sound and transition. And hello, everyone. How are you doing, Mama?
I'm doing all right. How are you this evening?
Doing all right. I don't really have anything to talk about since last time, which was yesterday.
Yep.
Didn't do
Not much has
anything.
happened in my life, so
Yeah. So that sounds like it's Sudoku time.
yes, it does.
All right. Somehow it was immediately on letters. Anyway, move this over here and get the puzzle name into the chat and the link in here. And I'm not sure why. Excuse me. All right. First puzzle for tonight: Counting Foggy Whispers by Eric Bader. Normal Sudoku rules apply. Digits within a cage must total to the sum in the upper left corner. German whisper adjacent digits along a line must differ by at least 5. And then dynamic fog, placing a correct digit may clear fog in other areas of the puzzle. Alright. Basically, like these three here, if I place a 1, then it has to be at least a 6. It could be 7, 8, or 9, though. Yeah.
Well,
Electron! Hey, how are you doing? And Chip Sounder says, hey, how are you doing, Chip Sounder? Say again, Mama.
I was going to say the 15 cages, since they are both spanned by, it's going to have 2 lows to a high, because if you do 2 lows or 2 highs, 6 and 7 are the minimum, which would be 13,
Yeah.
and 2, which is not possible. So those have to be
Right.
low on the outside and high in the middle.
Although they're not connected, could one of them be high and the other be low?
No, if you look at, if 2 high, 16 and 17, or 6 and 7 is 13. To get to 15, it would require a 2. Well, you can't connect a 1, a 2, and a 6.
You could do 6, 1, and 8.
Oh, yeah, that I guess would work. Never mind.
But yeah, Chip Sounder says, I feel awful today, stay home. Yeah, feeling awful is not great. So hope you feel better soon. Do you know what it is? And Electron says, not doing that well because I tore a muscle and can't walk anymore. Oh no, that one's not great either. Why is everyone sick and hurt? What were
sick
you?
and hurt is not a good thing.
Yeah. What were you doing that you ended up tearing a muscle, Electron? If I did 2 lows, 3 and
Yeah.
4 is 7, and a 9 would be 16. So I could do 2 and 4.
Yeah, and it's going to have to be one is too high and a low, and the other's too low and a high.
Yeah. Because 10, and I would need 20, which is not possible. So yeah, so I definitely have 3 high digits going across. Electron says, I ran up and down a mountain and then suddenly couldn't stand on one leg. And, oh, wow.
Ooh.
Was this a new run, or is this a run that you've done a lot before? And I guess, were you running in like a just sort of like jogging? I hope it's better in 3 weeks when my first marathon is supposed to be.
Ooh.
Yeah, hopefully. Marathons are pretty intense runs, though. Is it a full marathon? Well, no 5 is going to be one of these two. So this 20 cannot have a 5 in it.
Well, and the other two are going to sum to 10. Which would require a
Right.
low and a high. So, yeah, the only way to do is going to be...
I want to know the disposition of these 3 high digits, or these 3 German whisper lines. So, if I did high, 2 highs on the left, that would give me a low digit. And if I did 2 highs on the right, that would be a low, high, low. Electron says, I've done a run every day this year until now, so not really new, but it's not usually that much going up. That makes sense. Well, I guess it's yeah, I guess the thing that makes sense is that if you're training for a marathon, it would make sense that you would be doing regular running, and that this would be part of one of your regular runs. Yeah, Chip Sounder says every day is too much. You need at least 2 days recovery between runs. That is definitely what I've heard is you do need to recover your muscles. I think the only part of your body that you can exercise without recovery, and you should probably still do some recovery in between, is your core muscles. Electron says, I know, but I decided to try to challenge myself this year with daily runs.
Apparently that was a unfortunate choice.
Yeah. Has your doctor given you advice on how to navigate recovering? And how to continue preparing for the marathon if you're projected to be fully recovered by then? This is going to be a high-low pair. Excuse me. All right, if this is a high-low pair, this one's also going to have to be a high-low pair, because looking at the options for 20, without a 5, I have to use 2 high and 2 low digits. Chip Sounder says, can the 11 cage in box 4 be 2, 4, and 5? 2, 4, and 5 is an option. Electron says, the only thing I can do is wait and hope I feel better as soon as possible, but it might take anywhere from 5 days to a few weeks. Yeah. So if this was 2, 4, 5, then this couldn't be a pair of low digits and a high digit. Eltron says, also, I'm going to watch the rest of the stream tomorrow. It's already very late here, and I need to wake up early. Get good rest, Eltron. Recover quickly. But FYI, I've got a new puzzle if you ever decide to solve it. I will definitely take a look at it. And then Chip Sounder says 168 works, dang. Eltron says, but don't feel forced to do so. I definitely do not feel forced. I definitely enjoy giving new puzzles a go. So I'll take a look at that one after this one, if it's up on Logic Masters Germany. Chip Sounder says, me too, puzzles are really fun. Definitely enjoy all of the thought processes that go into solving puzzles. Stretching my brain. Because I definitely don't get the brain stretch at work. Now, the 15 can't have a 5 in it. It can be 681 or 249. Or
267. Well,
right. 267 is not allowed.
Right.
And neither is 348. So we know going across the middle, it has to be
3, 5, and 7.
Yeah. And we know the 5 isn't in the middle. If this was a 7, then we get a 1-2 pair. If it's a 3, it's an 8-9 pair. So as far as options for this goes, well, I'm actually not sure. But we do know that I cannot use both 1 and 2. Wait, no. If I get a 7, I cannot use both 1 and 2 with the 7. But that's not an option. And 3 cannot use both 8 and 9. But I'm not seeing that as an option either.
It's not an option either.
So, the other thing that I want to consider is that I have to have a 3 or 7. So this one's not allowed. This one's not allowed. This one has a 7. This one has 3, 3. No 3 or 7. This one has both 3 and 7. Although it also would have to have a 1 or a 2 or an 8 or a 9. So it's not that one. So we've got our 8, 9 possibilities. Our 1 or 2 along with the 3. Now, it cannot have both 3 and 7, because 3, 5, and 7 go across the middle. So 3, 7, and 3, 7 are gone. So now the 7 pairs with a 1, and the 3 pairs with a 9. And then we would get 2, 6, or 4, 8. Now this one could not be 4 or 6.
And that's a 2, 8 pair in the box.
Right. Okay, I missed that.
Well, plus the 2 pairs with the 6 and the 8 pairs with the 4.
Yeah, I was being slow on that one. So now, what's left over in the box? 4, 6, and
1, 9.
The other from 1 and 9. So now a 2.
Okay, well, we know one of the 15s has to have a 6 in it,
Yes.
and it cannot be in the center, so it has to be at one end. Well, it can't be either the inside end. It has to be the extreme end. Because you can't pair a 6 with a 2 or an 8. And the same holds for the 4. The 4 can't be in the center, and it can't pair. So the centers is a 1-9 pair, and then a.
All right, and then Chip Sounder says 11 cage in box 4 can't be 1, 4, 6 now, so must have a 5 in it. Right, 4, 6 isn't an option.
And it sees both 2. Well, never mind.
Does it have to? It can't be
Yeah,
2, 8.
it would see both 2 and 8. Because one of them is going to be in the 15 cage, and the other is going to be in the 20 cage. Diagonal. That 2-8 pair. Going
Yeah.
from box 4 to box 5, so it sees both 2 and 8, so it can't have a 2 or an 8.
Okay. So this one's 1, 3, 7. And so
Can't
this one
have
is our
7
9.
last.
Yeah, we can. 2. Although
Oh, right.
this is going to be 2 and 4. So now this
Right.
has to be 8, and now this one can't be 7. And that's going to get us 8 and 2, 1 and 6. 2 goes to 7, and then 1, and a 4.
4.
All right, 1, 4, 7, 7. Take out 5, 1, 4. No worries, Chip. All right, we got another 15 up here, which can't have a 5 in it, and can't have a 9 in it, and 2, 6, 7 isn't going to work, and neither will 3, 4, 8. So this one has to be 1, 6, 8 with the 1 in the middle. And this one, well, it can't be 1, 6, 8. Can't have a 5 in it. 2, 6, 7 won't work, and 3, 4, 8 won't work, so this must be 2, 4, and 9, where the 9's here. So then 3, 7, what am I missing? The 5? And this one can't be 3, 7, so that one's 5. This one's not. And I'm missing, 6 and 8. So that gives us a 9 and a 6. And what's left over in rows 4 and 6? So in row 6, I don't see a 5, a 9, or a 2. And then row 4, 3, 4, and 7. There's another 15 here that can't have 1, 4, or 7 in it, so it must be 2, 5, and 8. So then these are 1, 7, 4, 2, 5, and 8 gone, 3, 6, and 9, and the 9 has to be in the 22.
Well, you can't put 3 in a 3-cell 22.
So 7's left. Oh, apparently that was just a 2.
The 10 cage is either 2, 8 or 1, 9. Because you can't pair the 3 with the 7 or the 4 with the 6.
Right. Well, that gives us a 1, 2 pair going up. So if that's a 4, this one must be 9. And then 3 and 4 don't work with a 7. And so if I did do 4 and 9, that's 13. which would need a 7. And if I did 3 and 8, well, I could do 3 and 9, which would need an 8.
Well, 3 needs 8 or 9.
Yeah.
Because 20 is 3, that would be 3, 8, 9. And with the 4, it's 4, 7, 9.
Yeah. But since we can't have a 5, we must have a 9. So that's not a 9. And it looks like it's on a German whisper line, so that's not a 5. It should give us a 5 here, 9 there. Sixes is over here. 9s are over here. This one's not 9. Also have 7 over here. 14. What's left over in box 7? 2, 4, 9, 5. Few too many things. But I think this one has to be that one. Because where else could this 6, 8 go? Can't go there, or here, and it's none of those. Which actually gives us these pretty closely. 6, 8, 2, 5, and 9 are all gone, and there's no 1. So this one has to be 1. 3, 7. Three, 7, 6, and 9. And then none of these are 2. Neither of these are 8. This one isn't a 1. Well, I can't have a 9 on this, because it has to go in the 20.
Well, since there's that the bottom right corner of box 3 is on a German whisper, it can't have a 4 now because the 9
Right.
has to be in the 20 key.
So this is either 8, 9, or 1, 2, 3. Well, it can't be 1 or 2.
It can't be 9.
Right. So that's actually going to give us a 3, 8 pair. So this has to be 7.
Right, and the 3, 8
3, 4
pair
pair.
resolves the 6, 8, and 6, 9 in the row.
Four, 9, 7.
2, 5 triple in row 1 leaves a 6.
One, 2, and
5.
that was just a little slow on that one. 16. Oh, there's a 2, 8 pair in row 7, so that gives us 4 and 2. That's not what a 2 looks like. No, 8 can still be either of these. Okay, 16. 5, 2, 4, and 9. So that would be 1, 7, 8, or 3, 6, 7. But it has to have 6 or 8 in it. So that pairs with this. Take a 6 out. And I just saw the 3 and the 4 over here. What's left over in column 8? 6 and 9, which are resolved. And then these 3 are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 7. Nine has to be here. 3, 6, 7, 8. It's not 7 or 8. And actually, the 7 has to be here, pairs with the 7 there. To take 7s out of those. So that's going to give us 7 and a 6, 8 pair, which places a 3. 5, 3. These 2 are 5. This one's 3 and 7. Now, if I have 7 left over, I need to make 9, which is either 1 and 8 or 3 and 6. So what's left over here? 7 and 1, 4, 5. Well, that gives us a 1, 3, 7 triple going across, so this is what, a 6? And a 1, because of the German whisper line that showed up underneath that. So that should be our puzzle resolved here. 10 and 6. There we go. Get this into my notes. Paste, colon, backspace there. That's not where I'm supposed to be. Here, and then add link. Grab this. And paste it out. And then old part is the new puzzle. And then, so bad. Alright. Second puzzle for today will be Pulled Apart by Elytron. Normal Sudoku rules apply. Disjoint set. Cells in the same relative position in different boxes cannot contain the same digits and telekinetic properties. If the digit n is in a cell with a white arrow, the digit n steps in the direction of the arrow must be consecutive with n. If the digit n is in a cell with a black arrow, the digit n steps in the direction of the arrow must be in a 1 to 2 ratio with n. Not all telekinetic properties are necessarily given. This is going to be pulled apart. And full in space. Copy and paste and send a link. Alright, let's get started.
Well,
So
if we
one
look
of
at column 1, down there in box 7 rather.
1 or 2 here, same in box 3. these two, I think, go all the way up to 6, except not 6. It would be 5, because it would be 5 steps down to the corner. So this one should also be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Same over here. These ones go all the way up to 7. This one should also be 5. Five, so 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, 6, 8. But 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. No 8s. No, might as well 7 here. Okay. So how do we make conclusions from this? Well, this one cannot be a 1, neither can this one, because it would place a 2
Right.
in these places, which would break our 1, 2. But those ones were the most restricted. Or excuse me, those 2 that I removed a 1 from are the least restricted. So it's not that helpful quite yet.
Well, in boxes 1 and 7, I'm sorry, 3 and 7, the 1, 2 on the arrow,
Mm-hmm.
if it's a 1, then 1 step away is a 2.
Mm-hmm.
If it's not a 1, it's a 2. So then the other arrow in the box cannot be a 2 either.
Right. I
Ah,
think. I meant to get rid of the color, not the digits.
yeah.
The ones that look at each other, I can't think of a reason why they could not actually refer to the other one. So like this one, if it was a 2, would
Right.
place 1 or 3 over here. Now it couldn't be a 1 because that would then place a 2 and give us 2 2s, but it could be a 3 and then place the 2 or 4 over here. And the same in reverse. But I really don't know where I'm supposed to be looking. Disjoint sets. That's what I'm supposed to be remembering. So cells in the same relative position
Right.
in different boxes cannot contain the same digits. This is a 1-2 pair. So everything here cannot be 1 or 2. And now I've got a 3-4-5 pair, or triple rather.
Yeah.
So everything else is 6, 7, 8, 9.
Yeah.
And in the bottom right, I don't know, but I do know that 5 has to be one of these two.
Okay, the arrow that comes down in box 5, the 3, 4, 5,
Mm-hmm.
if it can't be 3, because 3 sees a 6, 7, 8, 9.
Right.
Same with the one in box 4.
So that gives
So
this
that
one a 3, makes this one 6. So then this one isn't 6, neither are these two. Not a 3, not a 3.
all right. Back to the 4 5s. If you come down 4, oh no, that was 3. Never mind. I counted 3 instead of 4.
No worries. Okay, the 1 or the 2 is going to place, these two are going to place a 2 in one of these positions. So these actually cannot be 1s. Because they would then place the 2 in the exact same spot.
Right.
Now this one cannot be a 2, because if it was, it would aim at this, which would then have to be a 1 or a 3, but that's not allowed anymore.
Same with box 8.
And box 6. Those can't be 2s, because they would aim at 7, 8, 9, or 6. And now that's 3, 4, 5, which means that in the bottom corner, in one of these positions, the 3 has to place a 2. And I think the 2 has to place a 1. So 6, 7, 8, 9. The 4, I guess I should really be looking at the 5. 5 can't aim at this one or this one. It doesn't have 6 or 4 in it. So this one has to be 5, making this a 4, making this a 3. Six, 1, 2, 79. These ones still have ones. These two have twos. Excuse me. Now the 4 is going to place one of those two. Which that one would have to be a 5, but this one could be a 3. Four, 5, 6, 7. 1, 2, 3, 4. So that would be a 3. A 5 would have to have 4 or 6, so that can't be a 5. This one can't be a 5 for the same reason.
Column 6, the black arrow in box 2, cannot be a 4. It can't be a 2. I don't think. If it's a 2, that would have to be a 1 or a 4. It can't be 4.
Right. So that means we have 1 and 2 going down, though.
Right.
Six would not be adjacent with 1 or 2.
Okay, the one that's highlighted. If it was a 4,
Yeah.
it would have to be a 3, but that breaks the 3, 4 in the bottom corner of the box, of
Right.
box 5. That has to be 7.
6 or 8.
No.
One, 2, 3, 4. We'd place a 3 there. And 6 would be 5 or 7. This one here, that's a 4, which would have to be a 3 because of the 5, which would break the 3, 4 there. So that's not. Now those are a 1, 2 pair. 2 would be 3. Four would be 3, 6 would be 5 or 7. Except I can't put a 7 here. There's already a 7 in the middle right. So if that was a 6, that would be a 5. A 4 would place a 3.
The Never mind. I miscounted.
A 3 would place at 2, and a 4 would place at 5. Which one of these has to be at 2 because of the 3 here. So this one's not a 2.
Ah, box 3, the 4, 5, 6, 7 arrow. If it's 4, it can't be 3 or 5. That's not 4.
5 can't go to 6. So 6 or 7. Is my brain already getting fuzzy? It's not great. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. It has to be 6 right there. Two would place at 3, so it doesn't impact this at all. Chip Sounder says row 8, column 3. Row 8, column 3. Can that be a 4? 1, 2, 3, 4. It would place a 3 here in the top right, which isn't very restricted from my understanding.
arrow in box 9.
Yeah.
If it's a 1, it places a 2, which places the 1 and 2 in box 7,
Yeah.
which makes a 1-2 pair in the bottom of box 8. But if those are both 1s, because if it's a 1 on the arrow in column 9,
Uh,
then it eliminates the 1 in box 3. So then you would have to have a 1 in that corner, it would have to be in box 7, but it can't be because that's a 1 on the arrow. And now we can't put a 1 in the bottom right corner.
so you're saying if this was a 2, I wouldn't be able to place a 1 anywhere down here?
No, if that's a 1,
If this is a 1,
yeah, go superscript if that's a 1.
then we get 2.
That has 2. Now go to box 7. Don't worry about the rest of those up there. Look at box 7. That has to
1
be a
and
1.
2.
That's a 2. Now where do you put a 1 in the bottom right corner? Because it's either in box 3 or box 7.
Right.
So that arrow has to be a 2. It cannot be a 1.
3, 2, 4, 3 or 5. It's a 5 because of the 3 here. That's not interfered with, I don't think.
Okay, and box 7, the column 1, if it was a 1 in that arrow, it would be a 2, and you can't do that because of Bricks by Sudoku.
There we go.
And now the column 3, the F4-6 arrow, can't be a 6. Oh, maybe it
Can't
can.
place a
It would have
7.
to be a 7. No,
Oh,
you can't
because of
place a
this.
7.
So, and then it can't be a 5 either. So that's a 4 with a 3. Now the only arrow that's left is this one. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, or 7. So 6, 8, or 5, 7. It'd have to be a 7. This one's 8 or 9, actually. The last in a row, 6, 8, 9, and 4? No, 3. That's not 3. 6, 8, 9. That's
Okay, so the top right corner, that's now a 6, 8, 9 triple. Look at box 6.
6, 8, 9. So 8, 9.
And we can Go with the last 4. 3's out. 6, 8, 9 is out.
This one's not 1, 2, or 4. This one's not 2. This one's not 1, 2. This one's not 1 or 4 or 5.
It has to be it's 2. It's the only 2 left. Or it's the only 2 possibility. Box 1.
Yeah, it's 1, 4, 5, and 7.
And now box 9 is the only one.
What about box 6?
Oh, I see that one. I didn't see that one.
Four, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. This one's 5. And the top middle cannot be a 7, because if this is a 6, it places a 7, otherwise it's a 7. So
Right.
top middles can't be 7s.
Row 5, the 4 has to be in box 6. And it can't be the last digit because there's a 4 in one of those. Row 9, the 2 has to be in the box 8. I don't see a 2 to...
1 is one of these 2.
Alright, where are the ones? Yeah, that's fine.
Ones aren't very restricted. One, 2, 8, 9, 7. So that makes this 1. Six, 7, 8, and 9 places 5. Position 6 has 5 digits. Position 6
6 in each of the boxes.
Oh, position 6 has 1, 2, 3, 4, and 7. And these 3 can't be 5, so this one is. And this one's not a 6, which is going to give us an 8, 9 pair. 6 is one of those two, but 1, 2, 4, 8, 9. This 206. This one isn't 5. 1, 2, 3, and 5.
Well, now it's just getting messy.
Yeah. I heard a boop. Was that boop on your side, Mama?
Yeah, that was my phone.
Okay.
Notification. 5. 5 can be placed in box 9. And disjoint can't go in the center.
And then Chip says maybe highlight position 2, 4, 6, and 8 might help with scanning. So this is 5. Gives us a 3, 7 pair, which takes out that. 2, 4, 8, 9. Not a 2 though. Oh, 3, 7 pair takes the 7s out of these, and a 3 out of that. So that's a 6 and a 5. An 8 and a 9. 7, 8, 6, 9, 8, 9. 9s. 9, 7, 6 and 9. 6 and 9, 6, 9, these two aren't 9s. Chip Sounder says row 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 8, 9. This isn't a 9, that's not a 6.
Row 7 has an 8, 9 pair.
Which is going to give me 4, and 3, and 7. This 8, 9, 1, 4, 8, and 9 is going to give me a 7 left over, and 8, 9 is going to place 4. 2, 8, and 9. 2, 8, 9, and 3. 9. Three, 4. Apparently that's 4. 5, 6, 7, 9. 6 there, 7, 9, 3, and 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 6, 8, 9 plus 3. Alright, 1s, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6, and 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 7, 6. There we go. Alright.
Electron's done some nice, elegant puzzles.
Mm-hmm. Row 7. Would I call this average? I did forget about the disjoint set for a little bit. Aside from that, is there anything else that I need to think about as far as difficulty?
I don't know.
Yeah, I think I'm gonna go with average. So I think it's on the lighter side of average, but still one you gotta think about on. Yeah. And then want copy and paste. And then Logic Masters Germany. And I think we're gonna do one more. And then this one. Hopefully this works. But
Chip
taking out the
Sounder says
space.
his puzzle
Darn.
called Be Very Quiet.
Copy the text, or if I have to be is and search this one, and I've got the B.
Very quiet. Hunting rabbits.
Wait, do you not post your puzzles on Logic Masters Germany? I feel like I've seen your puzzles on here. Why am I struggling? How do I get the link to you? Chat won't let me. Are you in the Cracking the Cryptic Discord? I'm not on Discord. In that case,
Must fool the chat.
yeah. Facebook page has it. I'm on Facebook. Just realized my phone was making sound. Let's see. Do you have like a proper page, or should I be looking at people's? Yeah, you should be able to add my gaming page, which is Old Man Joe Gaming. It has the same. Actually, I can do links. Copy and paste. So if you link there, then you should be able to send that a message. And how do I guess I could go to my phone. And if I swap over that, I should be able to do. Oh, if I switch here, that's what. Okay, yeah. So if you send that a message, you should be able to get a link to me that way. There it is. All right. And then if I copy link address and then paste and go, and that gets us this one. Probably look at the automated messages. Yeah, anyway. We got that one figured out. So close out of that. And then I need to swap to my personal page. That one. And cool. Alright. So we are on Be Very Very Quiet by Chip Sounder. Normal Sudoku rules apply. Digits on a green line must differ by at least 5. Clues outside the grid sum to the digits on the indicated diagonal. Digits may repeat. Digits in a dotted cage sum to the total given in the top left corner of the cage, if given, without repeats. Cells separated by a black dot are in a 1:2 ratio, and cells separated by a white dot are consecutive. Cells separated by a V sum to 5, and all V's are given. Alright. Then, are you okay if I share the link to this puzzle, Chip? Sounds good. No negative constraint. Cool. Then space and puzzle link. Alright. Well, this V here means that has to be low. So these are 1, 2, 3, 4. And then we get 6, 7, 8, 9. So that's going to make this 1, 2, 3, 4.
Well, there's a 3-cell 6 cage in box 1.
Right. 2, 3. And we get 17. 4 and 5 make 9. So I guess this goes all the way up to 8. But What could this be? Minimum's 20, and the maximum's 35. I've got 13 here.
There's a 3-cell 24 cage.
Oh yeah, 79. So maximum 6 and a 5, which is 11, so that goes all the way down to 2.
Okay, in box 4, the V, if the top was a 2,
Uh-huh.
no, I'm sorry, if the top was a 3, the bottom would have to be a 2, and then going across the crappie dots, that would have to be a 1, and then another 2. So
Right.
3 on the top doesn't work.
Does 1 and 4 have a similar problem? 4, 3, 2,
Well,
1. I don't think so.
but it doesn't have to go 1, 2, 1. It could go 1, 2, 3, 4 going
Yeah.
across.
I mean, it's going to be 9 in the remainder from these 3. Mhm. Well, it could go 1, 2, 3, 4. Or it can go 3, 2, 1. No. So 3, 4, 5, 6. 4, 3, 2, 1.
But
Or
the
4,
you can't put a
5,
5 on a black
6,
crappie
7.
dot.
3, 4, 5. And it can't go 3, 2, 1. So 3 isn't allowed. So that was 2, 3, 4. Make 6. Or 4, 3, 2, 1. Or 4, 5, 6, 7. Got a pair of 11s in here.
Yeah, I was looking at the one on row 5. If you use 4, 3, 2, but that has to be 5, 6.
Yeah. If it goes 4, 5, 6, 7, then we get 2, 8. Excuse me, 2,
Or
9 or 3, 8.
right.
And if I use 1 through 4, well, that's the same, so it has to be 5, 6. So that can't be 4, 7. Because we know we have a 4 in this group.
Right.
It's either 1 through 4, 4 through 1. Yeah, if this is a 1, then it goes to 4. Otherwise, this is a 4.
Okay. The 25 arrow or the green Kropke dot there.
Hmm.
If you have 9, 4, if 4 is in the top of the V,
Yeah. Then we get a pair of 9s. 18 plus
which is
4 is
22,
22.
and then you can't do 3 to get 25.
So that's 1 and 4. Three, two, 1, 4, 5, 6, 7.
And the top of the black Kropke can't be a 6.
And this can't be a 4 for the same reason. Could it be a 3? These could be a pair of 8s. 16 and 3 is 19.
20,
And 1
and
is
then 5.
20. So that could be a 3.
With a pair of 8s, with an 8, 9, that's 21, 24. That doesn't work.
Yeah. Because minimizing it just made this be as big as it could be.
Right.
5. So now, if this was a 6, I would have 8. And then I would need to get
17.
which would be an 8, 9 there.
Yeah.
So that's still possible. Seven would be a 2. And then you'd have 7, 8, 9. And then 1, 2, 3. And then 6, 7, 8, 9. A 1 would be 6, 7, 8, 9. So 1, 3, 4. 7, 8, 9. 1, 3, 4. So that's a little annoying. $13. 3, 4, and 5 are only 12. So I have to include a 6. 5, 6, and 7 is 18. So I have to include a 4.
All V's are given.
All V's
But
are
wait a minute.
given?
In the rules, but didn't he say negative constraint doesn't apply to the dots?
Right.
But it does
Okay.
say in the rules, all V's are given. So in the row 5, the white Kropke dots, you can't have 4, 3, 2, 1. Because 3 and 2 would be 5.
Why did that? Okay.
In row 5, there's a virtual 8-9 pair, so that's 1, 2, 3.
We already know that this has to include a 1. Got 1, 2, 3 going across. Could I skip a 6 on one of these two? And this be from the digits 7, 8, and 9? I can have repeats, so I can do 7 and 2 8s, which would not be 24. It would be 1 less. And so that would be a 1 and another 1. Because 2 8s is 16, plus 7 is 23, plus 2 1s. So I don't have to have a 6. But this was a 1 anyway. So that's a 1. So that's a 2 and an 8. Three pairs with 8, 9 pairs with 2, 8. Pair of 9s is a 9, not a 3, 8 and 2. No, 8 and 3. 1 and 2. Doesn't do anything for that. That's a 9 now. And,
Black Kropke dot box 5.
And 3. Oh, should have done that a long time ago.
The 17 arrow.
Mm-hmm.
We know it has to have a 4, and then the other two sum to 13. So it has to
and
be
it can't
5
be
and
6,
8.
7. So 4, 8, 5, 7, and 9. We have to have a 6, so that would be 7. But I can still use a 3 and a 4. One, 4, 5, and 9. And then these aren't 2 and 3, and this one's not a 6. 6, 3, 8, and 2.
And you cannot have 2 and 3 together. On box 4, the bottom row has to have both 2 and 3. You can't have 2 in the middle. Because otherwise, so
7, 8.
2, 3 pair on the outside.
3, 2, 6, 7, 1. These two aren't 8. 1 can't be next to 4. $11. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So 2 and 9, 3 and 8, 5 and 6. 4, 7 pair.
Eliminates
5, 8, 9.
in box 8.
9. 4 and 7. 6. 7, 8 pair. 4, 5, 9, and a 6. One, 2, 5, 9, and 3. This cannot be an 8, because if it was,
Well,
it would be 7.
the only odd digit on there is 7.
So, 4, 6. Oh. Three, 4 pair means 4 is gone. So now this has to have the 6. 2, 8, 9, 1. 6 is gone, and so is 3. 5, 7, and 6. 1 and 2. 2 can't be next to 3. 1 can't be next to 4. 2 can't be next to 3. 2, 8, 3, 6, 9, and the left isn't a 1. Which actually means, where is 1 in this box? You can't have 1 there or there. That's not a 1 because of that. And this isn't a 1 because it's a high digit. So that's a 1. That's not a 4.
Either is the one below the 1.
5, 6, 7. So that's 2 or 4. 2, 4, 7, 8, 9. And it can't be a 6.
Can't be 6. Yeah. Ah, okay. Box 9. The green, if the green is a 1, you can't put 4 next to 1, so that would have to be a 2 to the right of it. And it would have to be a 4 below it. But that would have to be and 4 and 6, so it would have to be a 3 below it. Which would, no, never mind. I apparently scrambled something in the.
Seven, 8 takes the 7 out of this one.
That's what it was. If it was a 1, then it's a 2, or yeah. And 3 and 4 is, oh yeah, that works. Well, what was I seeing? Is that what I said before? Maybe it was the 3.
Yeah, this is what you said before.
Okay, it's if the green is 3. I could keep this straight in my head.
2. I need a 6, so I need a 5 and a 6. So this would be 1.
Okay. I don't know why what I was seeing that wasn't working out. Um, rows 7 and 8 both have a 7. So there's a 7 X-wing, so that resolves that.
Five, 7, 8, 9 places 4. Places 2. 4, 2, 3, 7, 4. This is a 1. 3, not 3, it's not 2, 6, 7. Not a 3, 5, 6. 9, 5, 2. 5s are gone, that's an 8. Not an 8, a 1, 5, an 8, 1, 3. An 8.
The German whisper, you can't have a 7 between 2 and 3.
9, 5, 9, 7, 6, 5, 7, 5, 6, 4, 5, 6, 7, 9, and 6. Nice. Always had to be next to 2 in box 9, but breaks in row 7. 1 always had to be next to 2 in box 9, but breaks in row 7. I'd have to go back and look at that one. Let me save this puzzle real quick. Or the links, rather. And then if we go back to this part, where we were considering this here. So we have to have 1 as one of these two. Oh yeah, that's an easy 1, 2. Because if we put a 1 here, that's a can't be a 4, so it's a 2, and that breaks.
Oh, right.
Yeah, and
Didn't
we had
even
that
see
for
that.
a long while. Yeah, definitely went about it the long way. But there was an alternate path, at least. Alright. With that, my brain's been fuzzy, so I'm going to hit the stop button here. Yeah. Thank you for sharing your puzzle, Chip, and Elatron. Thank you for sharing your puzzle as well. To the viewers who see this later, thank you so much for watching. Make sure to like, comment, subscribe, all that fancy YouTube engagement stuff. If you'd like to see more content on the channel, that will be Sudoku Mondays and Wednesdays usually at 8 p.m. Eastern Time. And if you'd like to see cooperative games, that will be Saturday at 7 a.m. Eastern Time. And then I promise I'll play single-player games eventually, sometime, maybe this year. Probably Last of Us Part 1. But with that, I am going to sign off. Have a wonderful day.